Hey, everybody, it's Holly,
And Heather.
and welcome to a brand new month, a brand new show. So much to talk about. So join us. Grab your coffee. I've got mine. I've got my water. I'm all Elvis themed today. And we have a lot to talk about, y'all. So, Epic has now ran through IMAX. It's now in theaters everywhere. We are so hoping each and every one of you has been able to see it at least once. I know a lot of you have seen it multiple times already. So we're excited to talk about that. You know, March is jam-packed with festivals and fun things that Holly and Heather are going to be going to, and what we're taking you with us, of course. So we're going to talk all about that. But yeah, we're just going to deep dive into some epics, some festivals, and it's a new month. So Heather, what does that mean?
Calendar.
We're going to reveal Mr. March in our ETA calendar. So Heather,
Yes.
how's it going?
Hey, everybody. Oh, goodness. I'm doing great. I hope everybody out there is doing great. Weather seems to be getting better, so I've been super happy about that. It's been much warmer this week. So now that we've hit March 1st, I hope that means that warmer weather is upon us. And when is the time change?
I don't know.
Sometime, isn't it? I feel like it's usually around like the 17th, 18th, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I will be so excited for that because I love longer days. I love when it's lighter, longer outside. That makes me super happy. So yes, and thank all of you all for such a phenomenal Facebook Live last week. We'll talk more about that, but we thank you all so much. But yes, it is a new month. It's weird that February 1st and March 1st have both fallen on a Sunday.
That is weird.
But anyway, as you know, we got the ETA calendar from the lovely Rhonda Conley that does this charitable thing every year where she puts together a calendar and she lets everybody vote for their 12 favorite ETAs. And then whoever gets the most votes, each one gets their own month. And all of the proceeds go to St. Jude's. Isn't that amazing? What a great idea. How Elvis-y. What a great Elvis-y thing to do, Rhonda.
Yes.
And as you all know, we'll be talking more about this month as well, because Holly and I, as you know, we love the Elvis tribute artists. We think they do a phenomenal job, traveling all around the world, bringing Elvis's music and legacy to a huge audience, wherever they go. And one of our faves, we have everybody's our fave. What am I saying? We love them all. We love them all for different reasons. But one of our faves is definitely Patrick Dunn. And so this year, one of our fun things we're doing is called #GetItDone, because it is our goal to get Patrick Dunn in the calendar. He's never been one of the months. Can you believe that? He always gets like an honorable mention, but he's never been one of the months. So yeah, stay tuned for some fun stuff with Patrick, because we're going to try to snag him at the Nashville Elvis Festival, because he's going to be there, and get him to do some fun things with us promoting the calendar. Anyways, let's see who Mr. March is.
Who he is. I haven't looked ahead.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh, Mr. March, Jimmy Holmes.
The reigning ultimate ETA right now. Wow.
Jimmy is from, I don't know how you say this. I know I'm going to say it wrong. So somebody tell me. Is it DeMotte, Indiana? Demote?
I don't know.
Demotte, if you want to be like,
if you want to be fancy.
Yeah, it's like DEMOTTE. I've never heard of it. But anyway, he's from Indiana. He was the Images of the King World Champion in 2023, and then was the Ultimate Elvis Tribute Artist second place in 2023, but then captured the title officially last year. So he's the reigning Elvis Tribute Artist Champion. He'll be giving up his crown this year at Elvis Week, which also, guess what March means?
I don't know.
We're probably going to start hearing some announcements about Elvis Week. I feel like tickets went on sale at the end of March last year, y'all. So I tell you what, this year is just flying by. So Jimmy Holmes, Mr. March.
Interesting.
I know. I had to go ahead and peek ahead, see who the next month is. But anyway, yeah. so much to talk about
Mhm.
today. Where do we want to start?
Well, everybody down in the comments, why don't we start with Epic? Let's just start with what's
Mm.
been going on.
Okay.
Y'all
No, go ahead.
in the comments, let us know where you watched it. You can just put the state
Mhm.
and how many times so far you've watched it.
Yes. And did you see it in IMAX and the regular theater?
Yeah. So we want to know. I know a lot of people because the 27th was the debut for it to be in theaters everywhere. So y'all have had a couple of days. You've had a Friday and a Saturday weekend to go see it. So we want to know state. We want to know how many times you've seen it, and then let's talk about it. We want to know what your thoughts, because now that we've been talking about it, but we've kind of been doing spoiler free. But now we're letting it all hang out. We're letting it all loose because hopefully everyone's seen it. And if you haven't seen it by now, turn this off and come back and watch it after you've seen it. But it's not going to get too bad. But there's just a lot of stuff to talk about with it. Baz, I feel like, has been on every interview, morning, afternoon show, news show that he could be on. And I always get a little tidbit, something I didn't know with each interview. I was just watching some on YouTube here a little while ago, and interesting stuff, y'all.
Yeah. He's been on Elvis Sirius Radio a couple of times. He's taken over as guest DJ. I don't know if any of y'all listen to that, but it's been very interesting to hear him kind of go track by track.
Okay.
And, tell little tidbits about, what tracks they chose and kind of how they, did them and put them together and everything.
Mhm.
So, and then I was so excited too, because, they've been having, as Holly said, he's been on his own world tour promoting Epic. And, he, of course, was at the Vegas premiere. He was at the London premiere. He was at the Australian premiere. He was at the LA premiere. That was the most recent. And I was so happy at that premiere to see some celebrities coming out. Did y'all see my Austin Butler? Him and Baz reunited on that red carpet. Oh, he looked so great. And he's so proud. He's so proud of this because, him and Baz really formed a close relationship during the Elvis movie and everything.
Mhm.
And, Baz was a great champion for Austin because, man, what a role to take on.
I mean, I think
what shoes to fill.
Yeah.
What shoes to fill. So he's like proud, of this and everything. John Stamos was there.
Jane Seymour.
Of course, Linda Thompson and Jerry Schilling and all them were there. And John Stamos, he's such an interesting guy. Who was it that I heard? So there is, what is that old rocker's name?
Like an old rock and roll legend? Bob Seger?
No, he's not like that old. He's like John Stamos' age. Oh my gosh, his name has totally escaped me. Maybe some of you all know, but apparently he has a podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot believe that his name has escaped me.
I'm trying to think. There's so many podcasts too.
He's
do you guys know who she's talking about?
Oh my gosh, his name totally escaped me. Anyway, John Stamos was on his podcast here recently, and I happened to just see a little blurb that somebody posted on Facebook, and I was like, I am loving this because they are both avid. Richard Marx. Richard Marx.
How could you forget Richard Marx?
I'm pretty sure Richard Marx. Anyway, they are both avid Elvis fans. I mean, we all know that if you ever watched, Full House or saw the reruns and stuff, then you know that John Stamos, Uncle Jesse, was obsessed with Elvis in the show. Well, he is in real life as well. But those two went round and round about who has the best collection and stuff. John Stamos has Elvis's glasses. He wore them on the red carpet.
Yeah, I saw it.
I forget what all Richard Marx says he has. And then John Stamos recently acquired one of Elvis's blow dryers.
That's so appropriate for John.
That's exactly what Richard Marx said. He was like, that's so appropriate, man.
I mean, that man has the greatest hair ever.
Yeah. But anyway, so it's just, great to see that, that even the stars and celebrities and stuff, as they should, are in awe of Elvis. And they're in the fandom as well. They're in our fandom as well. So anyway.
And they're making a lot of stars are making posts about it for people to go see it. You all know I love The Walking Dead. Well, David Morrissey, who played the governor, he just did a big post about it on his Instagram. Rod Stewart did a big post.
Rod Stewart was on the, I think the London.
Yeah. So, I mean, they're really trying to promote this as well. So that's very exciting. I don't know. I haven't heard numbers. Have you guys heard any numbers? How's it doing? How's it doing in the theaters?
Well, I was going to say that, I mean, as we all knew it would be such a success because there are no fans like Elvis fans.
True.
We will get behind. We will get behind and push and pull and whatever we have to do to make keep Elvis out there and keep it successful and stuff. But yeah, overall, everything I've seen and heard as far as numbers, what it's bringing in, attendance, reviews, everything has been overwhelmingly positive. Like for instance, just based on the IMAX weekend or week of it opening in IMAX, it ranked number 7 on the movie charts. That sounds bad, but listen to this. I really think it ranked number 1 because Epic for that week brought in like 3.25 million, but it was only shown in less than 1,000 theaters. Now, the number 1 movie brought in like 17 million, but it was in almost 4,000 theaters.
Okay. Well, do the math.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. And the soundtrack, oh my gosh, is performing amazingly well. I told Holly when I was driving home to Dad's last Sunday, I just happened to turn on Elvis radio, and Baz was doing his little track by track, and I bet all the cars and people around me thought I was crazy because when I say that I was performing and singing in my car to it, I mean I was poke salad. I mean I was giving it my all. I was like, people are probably like, what is she doing? And what is she listening to?
I can't believe you didn't get pulled over.
Oh my gosh. But it is such an amazing soundtrack. It's performing well. And like I said, I mean, I know all of you all, and it has been such a beautiful thing to see. Every day I open up Facebook. It is just flooded with people like posting their pictures, their reviews, their excitement, and talking about Epic. And everything pretty much has been, I'm talking about from diehard old fans, newer fans, not really fans, just getting into it, just went to see it because someone drug them, has been overwhelmingly positive. Yeah. Like you're still getting those few negative Nancys, because you're always going to get those that always want to find the negative, always want to complain.
Totally.
But nobody's listening. Everybody's shutting that out because I think we can all agree that Epic is epic. It is so amazing.
Well, I noticed on that Rotten Tomatoes site, and there it's like hard to please on the Rotten Tomatoes. And the Elvis movie got a pretty decent score on that, but then Epic's even surpassed that. Like it's in the 90s, which is very hard to do with that Rotten Tomatoes because those people, I don't know who runs that.
Yeah.
But I think they were scared because they probably knew we'd burn them down.
Yeah.
So it got a great score on that as well. Now, I don't think we talked about our IMAX experience with the peeps.
We did it.
Because last week was dedicated to Taylor in Hawaii. Y'all, so we went to see it the opening day on the 18th in the IMAX, and it was a really interesting experience. So I told a little bit about it on a little post I did and stuff, but, we want to delve into that too because it was a really interesting experience. But I see everybody commenting it up. So let's look at some comments and see. I'm going to see on here like who's seen it the most.
There's a lot of people that like literally went every night of IMAX. They've now gone every night of the just the opening. And so I've seen some people saying they've already seen it like 10 times.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't blame you. I mean, Holly and I plan to see it. We've only seen it a few times. We plan to see it many more because, I mean, every time you see it, you see something different. You experience something different. It's so incredible.
Oh my gosh, so we've got some good comments over here on YouTube. Nancy says that Epic was epic and that she's going to Hawaii. Yay! Well, we can't wait to see you there. That's going to be epic. That is going to be epic. Let's see. Very nice. Thank you, Roy. He loves our everything Elvis. This lady saw it once in IMAX and once in the regular theater, and that you were right. She wasn't ready. She wasn't ready.
I know. Thank you all as well. I love how many of you all like literally will private message Holly and I, and you'll let us know like I saw it yesterday or I saw it tonight. And I love that so much. And I cannot tell you, it warms my heart. I can tell you how many people have said, Heather, you were right. I wasn't ready when you said get ready because you're not ready.
Cheryl Ann says she watched it in Wisconsin 2 times, that it was very magical. And she said, she asked the lady behind her if she was an Elvis fan, and she said, no, my grandson got me into Elvis.
My grandson.
Interesting. Well, I guess it does work both ways. So that's really interesting. Somebody else says, what a great time to be an Elvis fan. Totally. It is a great time.
Yes.
Let me see what everybody's saying over here on Facebook. Oh my gosh, there's so many comments. Hold on, I'm gonna have to go back.
I know. Hello, everybody. Thank y'all for joining us.
I know. Happy Sunday to you, Marianne. She said next weekend the clocks go forward. So you only have another week.
Oh, wow. It's that soon. I love that even more.
Emma says the epic thrill continues. Yes, it does. Bula says March 8th. Teresa, hey besties. Hey to you, bestie. Linda, hello. Debbie, sweet. Other Teresa. We laugh. We have so many Teresa, Lindas.
So many Teresas,
and
Brendas, Tammys, Lindas.
That's so fun though. I love it. Let's see. Everybody's happy about the time change for real.
See?
Let's see here. Everybody's just saying hello. Teresa says Patrick definitely needs to be in the calendar. Yes.
Thank you. I'm gonna need all y'all to vote.
I know.
I'm gonna give you all the details as soon as I know, when the voting opens and all that. We'll be talking about it.
Oh, Carol says good morning, chickadees.
Oh, Carol.
Dan says hello from Maples Mountain. It's MPLS Mountain. I don't know. I know it's an abbreviation, but let's see. Hello, Linda. Hey, Brenda. Hey, Tammy. No, we're not going to Memphis this weekend. I'm telling you, we'll talk about it here a little bit later after we talk about it, but we've got so much going on this March. We could not fit the ETA weekend in. We're sad. And I know we're going to have FOMO, but we're not going. Nancy said she always makes her list every year, and that 12's not enough. 12 months isn't enough, that she has to narrow it down.
I know, right?
I know. Everybody loves Jimmy. Yes, he is amazing. Marianne's seen it twice in Ontario. Matt has seen it 4 times.
Wow.
And from Massachusetts. Barbara's seen it twice in Nevada. I bet that was fun.
Yeah.
Gosh. Everybody's seen it. Debbie saw it in Tennessee, and she's going back again.
Yeah.
I love it. So, what do you want to talk about?
Well, we were, like we said, we were lucky enough to see it our first viewing at Graceland during Elvis's birthday week. And that was like even a completely different experience than our IMAX experience because, number one, it was a smaller theater. It was, at the new TCB showroom at the guest house at Graceland. But I mean, walking into that, you knew you were surrounded by hardcore Elvis fans. Yes. Like you were in the company of Elvis people at Graceland. And so, that was like in its own way, exhilarating and over the top because we were also into it and people were like screaming and cheering and, dancing in their seats and all of that. And, like for those of you that have now seen it, how your first time was. Like there's nothing like it. Like it was so overwhelming that first time, like in every way, emotionally, sensory, visually, like it was so overwhelming, just everything that was going on and stuff and just, trying to take it in. And by the end of it, you're just like,
the breath has left you.
Yeah. You're just like speechless. Like you just need a moment. You just have to like whatever. But then getting to see it in IMAX was really cool. We actually saw it in Knoxville, Tennessee, because we wanted to be able to take Dad, which that's a hilarious story as well. And we definitely wanted to see it in IMAX because, IMAX, basically you're getting like the biggest screen, like the best surround sound, all of that stuff. And our theater was pretty crowded. I feel like there was probably a good combination of really hardcore fans, some newer fans, some people that maybe had been drugged there by their like family members or whatever. And we're just kind of like, okay. And then just, some inquisitive people that were like, well, I've heard about this. So I guess I'll go see it. Or, like we said, Epic like hits so many different people, not just the Elvis fans. It really is for those that you just love music. You love history. You love rock and roll. there's so much to learn and see and everything, even if you're not like a diehard Elvis fan. But yeah, we absolutely loved it in IMAX because, like I said, seeing it the second time, there were so many things that I saw and I was like, I don't remember that the first time. Or, oh, okay. And then Holly, I know, wrote a little thing about the people around us. So I'll let her tell that because, again, being in Graceland, you're surrounded by diehard Elvis fans. This time you're surrounded by a different mix of people. But tell them about what was around us.
So let's start out number one with Dad. Because, we've talked about it. Our mom and pretty much all the women in our family, our mom, our granny, our aunts, all diehard Elvis fans. That's what got us into it. Daddy appreciated Elvis for his singing.
And is entertaining. And so he's a fan, but he wasn't like a super fan. But Dad's more like the traditional country. Like his thing is he loves to listen to like Merle Haggard, Lefty Frizzell, George Jones.
So Elvis, Moon Shakin' is not his cup of tea, but
we were like, Dad, we got to take you.
You got to go. So we took him, and I was looking over because we put him between us, and I would look over at Dad. His face, he was mesmerized the whole time. Like at one point, he leaned in and put his hand on his chin, is really studying. And when we got out of there, Heather was over there taking pictures, and I was like, Daddy, what did you think about the movie? And he goes, that is the best Elvis has ever sounded. And I was like, all right. So I think it gave Daddy a new appreciation. I don't think Daddy realized, because I don't know that he's ever really watched a full concert of Elvis. Like he's just seen snippets here and there or little documentaries that'll have a little something. But I don't know that, because he never got to see Elvis in concert. He would not go. Our mama went and all of our aunts, but Daddy would just never go. So this was kind of his first time seeing Elvis in concert. And I think he gained a new respect for Elvis and everything that he does. I think now he kind of gets it while we're so gaga over all this. But then
literally like a few days later after that, Dad and I were like at breakfast one day at Cracker Barrel. Imagine that. And we're just sitting there like going through some because I'm always on my phone like looking at stuff or posting. And we started talking about Elvis again. And he was like, are you all going to see that Elvis documentary again? And I was like, oh yeah, we'll go see it several more times, in theater, because there's nothing like seeing it on a big screen. And I was like, so Dad, I was like, you really enjoyed it? And he goes, yes, I did. And I said, would you go back? And he was like, yes. And I was like, don't you now think that this shows the world and solidifies that Elvis was the greatest entertainer of all time? And he was like, without a doubt.
Look at Dad, look at bringing him around. And, but it was really cute. I was kind of scanning the theater because I wanted to see who all was there. Y'all, the cutest thing. So a few, the same row, but a few seats down from me was this little family, and they had brought their little son, and he looked to be maybe 10, I'd say, in full on Jailhouse Rock costume. He has little pants, he had a striped shirt, the little jacket, he was decked out. And I looked over, and y'all, from the minute the music started, he was up out of his seat dancing the entire time. It was the cutest thing. And he knew his Elvis moves. He was on it. Then we started laughing too, because where our seats were, Heather has this giant man beside us. So a man and his wife, you can tell. And what are you going to say?
Well, I was just going to say, I'm not even kidding. When we got our seats and we sat down and stuff, it's literally like this, he probably looked to be in his 40s or 50s.
Maybe.
And he was bigger, big guy.
Yeah.
And he had you could tell he had his daughter and his wife beside him. And I'm sitting right beside him, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh, great. I'm like, this guy is, been drugged by his wife and daughter.
Right.
He's not really into Elvis. And he's going to probably the whole time be like, oh no.
Yeah. So I look over, y'all, and I almost started laughing, but but it was just so cute. That's when
somebody kept singing.
And I was like, he sang along the whole time, had a huge smile on his face the whole time, but I look over
laughing
towards the end. Heather, of course, is bawling, tears streaming down her face. I look over because I keep hearing sniffling, and I'm like, Heather is just really losing it again. I look over, oh no, Heather's doing her little cry.
And then it was him.
He was bawling, y'all. So I look over, and here, he and Heather could have shared a box of Kleenexes. They're both like this, and it was so cute.
Yeah.
I loved it. And then there was these people in front of us. They were a little bit younger. They were probably in their 30s, and it made me really appreciate it. They busted out laughing at all of, I call them Elvis's dad jokes, because I feel like Elvis had a lot of dad jokes.
Corny.
He was kind of, but the funny thing is, he always thought they were hilarious, and he would laugh at his own jokes.
And it would make you laugh because
And it
his
would make-
laugh was
yeah,
so
'cause
great
he's so-
and infectious.
But they were roaring. And so then I started to think about it like, that was a really funny joke, or that was a really funny thing that Elvis did. But they just got the biggest kick out. I mean, they roared with laughter at every joke, every funny movement. Elvis putting the glasses on and the bra on his head and all that stuff. It was hilarious. So they were really cute. And then it was just really neat too as we were leaving, because us, we'll stay around and watch all the credits. But even
Let's do that.
Yeah.
If you go to see it,
Yeah.
don't get up right at the end and leave.
Right.
Stay.
Yeah.
There's some like little outtakes and stuff.
Yeah. And we just like to look at the credits and see who's done what and all this.
We go to the bathroom.
But there were still the people that literally were just sitting in their seats, and they were just like staring at the screen, like kind of glazed over.
You could tell it was their first time like ours at Graceland, and they were just having to have a moment.
Yeah. They were just sitting there
Because
still just mesmerized.
It's literally like, that first time you see it, it's literally like, what did I just see? What did I just experience?
Mhm. Yeah, it was crazy. So then we get out into the bathroom, and that was so funny. There was a bunch of women in there, and their word for the night was insane. They kept going, it was insane.
Like some ladies, like they were all in the bathroom, and then some other ladies came out of the bathroom, and they were like, "Oh, did y'all just go see the Elvis movie?" And this lady goes, "Yes, it was insane."
It's insane. It's like hilarious. And like everybody was decked out. We could spot the Elvis fans. They all were decked out in their outfits and stuff. Everybody was taking pictures with the big poster that was out, which I'm loving that. That's like a trend thing now.
Yes.
Everybody's been sending us their pictures or putting it in the comments of them with the big epic sign out in the theaters. It was so cute. But there was a ton of people that, just stragglers and just hanging out, talking about it, getting their picture. This one was over there videoing the trailer that was going around. So it was a really fun, interesting experience.
Yeah.
I hope it was that good for you guys too, wherever you went.
I don't know how it couldn't be. Literally like just sitting there like thinking about Epic and everything. Like I can't even answer what was my favorite part or favorite thing, because I would have to say the beginning, middle, and end. Like I loved all of it for so many reasons. But I absolutely love, again, we said this a while back, but I just love that here we are in 2026 and Elvis is back in theaters. He's back on a big screen. He's doing his world tour, as Baz calls it. He's going to places that he never got to go, and that he is looking and sounding his absolute best. I mean, and this experience, especially for those of us that never got to see Elvis in concert, that weren't alive when he was, or that are the newer fans, or, like really young generation and stuff. This really is like the closest thing we'll get to seeing Elvis in concert. And it really is like your own concert. Like the way that Baz and Jonathan and the team have put this together and they've edited it together, like it literally, even when you're surrounded by a ton of people, it feels so intimate. It feels so personal. It literally feels like Elvis is singing and performing just for you. It's almost like at times you could just reach up and grab a scarf, or you could just reach out and, try to like touch him. It's so like, intimate and personal. And just the clarity and the quality of Elvis, I mean, seeing every pore in his face, seeing his beautiful eyes, seeing his beautiful lips. And really, you are just you really are just sitting there in awe of just how beautiful he was. Of how gorgeous he was, and how talented he was, and what a great singer and vocals he was. And I'm also loving this epic because for those that have ever questioned, is Elvis really all that? For any of those that have ever, not really known much about Elvis other than the unfortunate things. I love that this documentary, concert, film, whatever we want to call it, ultimate experience, like it literally only shows the positive. Like it shines such a beautiful light on Elvis that, you get to see his sense of humor. And he was so funny. And he was so charismatic. You hear people talk about, when he came into the room, he took the air out of the room because he was just so like, his presence was so larger than life. You really get a sense of that in this. His laugh is so contagious. His laugh and his smile are so contagious. you also get to really get a sense of Elvis as a human, like
Mhm.
just how kind he was. When you watch him walk in, and some of my favorite parts of this, and I know yours, were the rehearsal stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
But when you watch Elvis
Mhm.
walk into those rooms and greet those band members and, the Sweet Inspirations and even the camera crew and stuff, you just see what a genuine, just humble, completely unaffected by the fame and completely not realizing how incredible he was.
So my favorite part about every time he walked into the like every time it shows him coming in the room, the Sweet Inspirations crack me up.
They were me.
Their faces, like they're almost a little nervous. And like that one time where he pulls that chair up real close to him, I mean, you could tell, like they're even though they've met him, of course, they are singing with him. They're still so giddy and like they're like little high school girls. Like, oh my God, Elvis is coming over here. Like he's gonna sit down beside us, and they're all like,
Well,
so
and
cute.
that's another thing that I loved about this is that it really showed Elvis's relationship with the band and the band members, and it kind of showed the beauty of all of their relationship and connection and the complete admiration that each side had for each other.
Yeah.
Like when you're watching them on stage, like, and you literally, like, the second time I was really focusing in on like James Burton's face and Ronnie's and like JD Sumner, but like you can just see like when they're watching Elvis, and boy, did they have the best seat in the house.
Yeah.
When they're watching Elvis, you can see like just how impressed and how much adoration and love they have for him and how talented they think he is. Like there's one time that I know y'all remember, it pans over to JD Sumner and he's just like,
he just looks so proud. He looks like a dad.
Yeah.
Proud of his son.
He's just like, wow. Well, and same thing with Elvis. There's times when he, like points it over to James and stuff, or like the Sweets are singing, or, whatever. And like, you can just see the, like, just pride on his face. And like, wow.
Like, this is man.
This is awesome. And talk about, I mean, incredible as well. I mean, well, if you're going to play with or sing with Elvis Presley, you better be the best of the best.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you what, Ronnie Tutt, and y'all know how much I love my Ronnie Tutt.
Listen,
I mean, that man on those drums, he has to be the best drummer in history. I mean, his playing and just the way, like the whole like relationship of him and Elvis and how they play together and off one another. And Ronnie just stays right with Elvis, and Elvis can't, get him off guard. I mean, it is just amazing.
Well, and the thing of it is, because we all know that story. They've told it at Elvis Week and stuff, where Ronnie like flew in to do the audition for the drummer, and I think they'd already went through everybody. Elvis kind of had a guy in mind already, but they were like, "Oh, let's be nice." This guy like came. I think he came.
Yeah, somebody was like, "Well, wait a minute, we have one more person audition."
And then Ronnie, I'm telling y'all, that was faked. That was the universe. That was the Lord. That was everybody. That was saying like these two men must come together to make this special bond and sound. I mean, that was just something that cannot be recreated, I don't think. But that was literally, don't you agree? That was the universe.
100%.
Just
100%.
putting these two men together. My favorite is when they're in the rehearsals. If you look over like Jerry or Glenn or James or whoever, they like almost get a little snicker on him because Elvis was literally performing for them. And I don't even think he was performing. I think he was just feeling it so much. Like there's the one where it's like showing him in the rehearsals and he's just like going at it. I mean, and they're, of course, they're just like statues back there, but they're all smiling and kind of looking at each other like, this is something. You can tell they're like, this is history. I think they knew then we got something special here. Like we're in the most special place as a musician at this time could ever be.
Well, it also showed what an incredible musician and talent Elvis was, and just honestly how much Elvis loved it. Like the happiness that Elvis gives off throughout this entire concert documentary is just so amazing. So amazing, because you can literally tell through the entire thing, like nothing made Elvis happier than singing and performing and the fans.
Yeah.
Like this is literally, I said it in a post I put, a love letter to the fans from Elvis. Like you can tell how much he loved what he was doing because like Holly said, I mean, Elvis in those rehearsals was giving it as much as he does on stage. And I absolutely loved that moment. And I know that when they interviewed Jonathan Redman at Elvis' birthday week, Tom Brown was asking him about the editing, and he literally said, you know, there was one song that you loved so much, you couldn't pick between all the different like versions and takes, you know, from rehearsal to on stage. So you just went with all three of them, all of them. And he was like, yeah, well, it was Polk Salad Annie.
Yeah.
And I am telling you all what, yeah, to watch Elvis go from rehearsal to stage, you know, doing Polk Salad Annie, and the way that they edited that with the singing and the vocals and everything was just incredible. But watching Elvis in those moments, those human moments in those rehearsals is just,
it's great.
I love it. I just absolutely love it. You know, and JD says, like, towards the end of the thing when they're interviewing him and Elvis, you know, he says something like, you know, we didn't even have to communicate on stage.
Yeah.
We just
knew.
Like, we just got each other.
They were all on like the same wavelength or something.
Yeah.
Like, when they all got on stage, there must have just been an electricity that just went through all of them. And that's a big group.
I mean, I can't even imagine like being there like live, like literally, because like it is so exciting, you know, like when you see Elvis walking down those halls, and that's some of my favorite stuff too.
Yeah.
When he's coming down the halls to go on stage, you know, I mean, but it just, you know, like when they're doing the, you know, opening song and everything, and like my heart's pounding and stuff. And then when they're on stage, the electricity is just so like, I can't even imagine, like actually, like, can you imagine sitting in an audience and that actually being there?
I would be fired if I were like a Sweet Inspiration or in the band, because I would probably just stop singing and be like,
yeah.
And they'd be like, Holly, why aren't you doing, you know, I would just quit playing, quit singing.
Yeah.
I'd probably just be staring.
I mean, luckily, I'm guessing that most of the time, because, you know, a lot of times they all walk to the stage together. But I kept thinking to myself too, like you said, if I was like a Sweet Inspiration and I like, let's say they didn't get to see Elvis like before the show, like they didn't know what jumpsuit he was coming out in or whatever. Yeah. If I was just sitting out there and then sometimes he came out in certain like jumpsuits and stuff, I'd be like,
I know.
I'd be like, whoa.
I would just be in awe.
Whoa. Yeah. But oh my gosh. I mean, there's just, there's so many incredible moments.
Let's talk about a funny moment, not a funny one, but an interesting moment. The shoe. Remember when he's on the stool? Y'all know, you major Elvis fans. There's the part where he's on the stool.
Yeah, he pulls his guitar, he gets a stool, and he sits there and plays, which was also so cool to see.
Yeah, and he's in his jumpsuit. And they show like close-ups of his feet, and he doesn't have his traditional like white boot. I don't know what you call them, but I just call them like white boots.
Little patent boots or whatever.
He's just got like a random white shoe on.
Yeah.
Like with socks. And we were laughing about that. Tom Brown mentioned that.
Yeah.
When we were birthday week after we saw it. And we're like, how did that occur? Like, and like, where were his real shoes? Like, I want to know the story, like, behind that. Like, where was his boot at? Why did he have to wear that shoe?
Yeah.
Did they get stolen? Did, you know, they get misplaced?
Like, did Charlie forget to bring him down from the hotel suite?
Yeah, were they getting cleaned? Maybe scuff marks cleaned or something? Like,
did a fan rip it off?
I want to know. I want to know these things.
Yeah.
So that was interesting.
Yeah, and then how cool, like, I loved the scenes too, you know, when Elvis, like, asked to turn the lights up and he looks at the audience and they give him the little thing and he's like, cheers, you know. And then when he's going through the audience, that's still one of my favorite moments, when he's going through the audience and he kisses that one lady and he looks back and it's like he is staring straight into your soul.
He's burning a hole in your soul.
Yeah.
Baz, genius for picking trailers.
So good. So good. But yeah, all that. And then like all the ways that they edited the songs and stuff. And, you know, they would take like lyrics and like echo them and like
that was
double and triple them so that it played like, you know, when he's like, but we did all right. And it was like him as a little boy and pictures would fade out. And then, oh my gosh, when they did the Gladys montage and he's, you know, doing the, I miss her. And he just keeps going, I miss her. I'm like, I can't.
Too much.
I can't. The Always on My Mind and the little pictures of Lisa Marie.
Those are some tearjerkers. Those some tearjerker moments.
But the way they took those songs and stuff and then interwove those into the pictures and just kept them like those important particular like verses and words echoing. And the way they
reached it forever for me, because now when I hear him sing that, I'm going to think of Gladys.
I know.
You know?
I know. But yeah, so good. That's why I'm telling y'all, get the soundtrack because it's so good.
It's available now, right?
Oh yeah.
Order?
Oh yeah.
I think somebody said they already had theirs.
Oh yeah, a lot of people already have it. Because I think Graceland put it out on like pre-order or something, but I think they've already started like shipping them and stuff. But yeah, there were so many incredible moments. And yeah, just to watch Elvis on that larger than life screen when he does Polk Salad Annie, when he does Walk a Mile in My Shoes, when he does Suspicious Minds. And I loved because one thing that made me laugh a little bit. So you guys know the scene where like Elvis is finishing the song, but then Ronnie starts doing the drum stuff and Elvis starts doing the like. I loved that because I cannot tell you all how many times, you know, when you go to a lot of the Elvis tribute artist shows and stuff, and they do like, you know, those songs like Polk Salad Annie, Suspicious Minds, they will end them like that and they'll do that thing. And I've, you know, whenever I post videos of them, you know, a lot of the like
The haters.
negative Nancy's haters will come on and be like, Elvis never did that. Elvis never moved like that. Elvis would have never done that.
Surprise!
He did.
Surprise.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Elvis moved every way there was, up, down, side to side, you know, whatever.
Oh my goodness! So
What are some of your favorite parts?
I know,
What
yeah.
were some of your favorite moments, your most memorable
Mhm.
moments and
I'm kinda
things? You know,
looking
what
at
was your favorite song? What song were you most excited to hear?
Do you want to look at some comments and see what's going on? Everybody's telling us where you saw it at. I love it. Somebody was saying it wasn't in their theater yet. Travel.
Yes.
It's worth a good hour's
Well,
drive.
that's a good thing too, is I also was reading yesterday that it said because the IMAX premiere and had been so successful and stuff that a lot of theaters were now adding
Oh, good.
and picking it up
Good.
because they saw the demand
Mhm.
and the success of it.
That's great.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and I was watching because you know now we've got to look at what the future holds. And I was watching an interview with Baz, and he was saying, of course, there's a musical that's going to come out. That's going to be great.
So excited.
Wonder who's going to be in it.
It should be Austin Butler and Patrick Dunn.
And John Stamos.
Yeah.
They could take turns.
Yeah.
But so that's going to be interesting. And then I have heard he did say in this one interview that he's hoping with all the Elvis frenzy that 4-hour like director's cut with Austin Butler, I think they're trying to get it on a streaming platform.
Well, you know, that's the thing about this epic. And that's why, you know, again, I want to speak to all the people that are negative and being negative and, you know,
Leaning close.
like, seriously, that is the brilliance about this and why we are all thanking Baz for doing this epic and bringing it. You know, I know that there are still those of you out there that are like, you know, there was not enough new stuff or it wasn't exactly what they touted and whatever.
Mhm.
Again, who cares? You know, it's Elvis. It's Elvis back in theaters. It's Elvis on a big screen. It's Elvis sounding and looking like never before. It is bringing in people of all walks of life all around the world,
Mhm.
and it is putting Elvis back on the forefront. It is putting Elvis's legacy back out there and keeping it out there. And the better this does, the more successful it is, the more that all of these production companies and movie places and people, directors, producers, you know, because Baz is still going to be involved, but he's, you know, eventually going to pass the torch to someone. The better this does, the more that people see the power of Elvis that we all already know, then we're only going to get more and more and more, because somebody's going to say, oh, well, gosh, you know,
It's worth
wow,
it.
look,
Yeah.
you know, 2026, you know, Elvis has been gone almost 50 years, and look at the power and the magnetism he still has with people and with an audience. Like, yes, let's do more. Let's produce more, you know, things, documentaries, films, whatever. Let's take more of that unseen footage and do another, you know, round of, you know, whatever, movies, documentaries.
Let's face it, it costs a lot of money
Yes.
to probably dig those out, get them all clear, you know, clear and clarified,
Mhm.
quality inspected. It takes a lot. I know Baz was saying it took a lot just to get the audio,
Mm.
to find it. They had to go everywhere. They had to go to collectors. They had to go, you know, the black market, you name it, to get all this stuff. So that takes money. And you know, money makes the world go round. Y'all know these studios are not going to invest in something that's not going to make them money. So if this does well financially for them, you know, it's not a bad price to pay. I'll pay my Epic ticket.
Absolutely.
I'll do my part,
Every
you know,
day of the week.
to get this going and get the money generated that we're going to need. But I'm really excited
Mhm.
for what's going to, you know, come about with all of this.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
who knows?
Tammy's saying Joe Esposito's daughter went to the LA show. Not the red carpet, but she did get a photo with
Oh.
Baz. I saw that. She has her own Facebook page. She seems lovely.
It's lovely.
She seems lovely, but she was talking about it, and yeah, she really wanted to meet Baz, tell him thank you, and she got to. So
That's great.
I thought that was awesome.
Yeah, that's so nice to see that some of because the mafia is gone, but their family isn't. And we
Mhm.
forget that sometimes. I forget they've got kids and grandkids that are probably just as proud as them, themselves. So
Yeah,
that's wonderful. I'm glad they're all
Um,
banding together and going to see it.
I mean, everybody is just raving about Epic. I mean, I don't see how you could go and not love it
I
and not be
know.
entertained.
Yeah.
I mean, goodness gracious.
Yeah, I've even seen a lot of channels that aren't necessarily dedicated to Elvis. Like I've seen some channels that do movie reviews or do pop culture reviews or do, current events. And even they're covering it and they all have glowing things to say. Like
Mhm.
I've not seen anything from like outside the Elvis world, outside the Elvis fans that has, poo-pooed it. So
Yeah,
that's a good thing.
yeah.
Hmm. But yeah, I loved it, and I don't have a favorite part. Maybe aside from the rehearsals, I do love those.
Like I said, there were so many great moments.
I know.
So many great
Hard to
moments.
pick. It's just too hard to pick. And like I say, I feel like you need to see it multiple times
Yeah,
to really dissect it.
yeah, exactly. And exactly. I love Shelley says, "Happy Sunday, ladies. Happy Sunday." She says, "Epic is a beautiful masterpiece. Even the footage that I have seen before was still so beautiful. The clarity was unreal." And that's it. Like I was saying the other week, if I love something, I will watch it a million
Me
times.
too.
I will watch it and never
Mhm.
get tired and never get bored. Like, I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
everybody's loving the soundtrack. Let's see. Oh, cute. Katrina says that she's going to see Epic today and can't wait. She's getting ready now and she's wearing her Elvis sequined Elvis purple.
Love it. You had me in
Fantastic.
purple and sequins.
Katrina, thank you for the stars. Yep. Epic soundtrack is #1 on Amazon right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so wonderful.
It surpassed it was like Elvis, the Bad Bunny was #2.
Wow.
I can't remember who #3 was, but it was like, I was like, see, Elvis.
That is awesome. That
Hello,
is awesome.
Yvonne. Hope you're doing well. I know everybody's saying they've been playing it in their car and dancing too. I know Carol was saying I need to get an Elvis thing and just hold it up when people stare at me.
Yes. And somebody else, I think maybe Carol said like you should you need to get some of those like stickers that you can put on your window saying like, "Don't mind me just listening to Elvis" or something.
Mhm.
Don't mind me, Elvis soundtrack on.
I know, right?
That would explain a lot.
Thank you for the stars, Brenda.
Mhm. Yeah. So is there anybody on here that hasn't seen it yet?
I have seen a couple people say that they're
Really?
going this week.
Okay.
That they weren't able to see it in IMAX or
Yeah.
it didn't come to their area, and so they're going this week. Because I mean, it just opened like nationwide Friday.
Right.
So,
Right. And people have lives. I get
Yeah.
it.
I know.
We would have already seen a ton more, but
Live.
there's that little thing called life.
Yep. Karen
gets in
says
the
she can't
way.
wait. She's going to see it Tuesday.
Oh, good.
You're not.
That's what you need a shirt that just says, "You're not ready."
Epic.
Yes.
Oh.
That's hilarious. Oh my goodness.
Yep. Charlene says she's going today.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. We're pepping you up. We're your pep squad today
Yes.
for you to do it.
Everybody's saying they danced, they sang in their seats. I know, and I loved it because, like we said, it was a different experience, Graceland and
Mhm.
singing in Knoxville. But I still loved that, like at the end of the film in Knoxville when we were at IMAX,
Mhm.
everybody applauded.
Oh yeah.
Everybody was applauding.
And I don't
Mhm.
know. I mean, not that I go to the movies a ton, but I don't know that anybody applauds at movies.
Right?
But of course, they're going to applaud for Epic.
I know everybody's saying such a special experience. It
Mm.
really
It
is.
really is.
It is an experience, and it is. It's so special. Like it's so
Mhm.
special.
Yeah.
To us Elvis fans.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yay! Debbie says it's moved up to #5 now on the movie chart.
Oh, good.
Let's get it to #1, people. Let's get it to #1.
Listen, now that it's like out in all the theaters, because a lot of people are right. IMAX is not everywhere. And if it was only in 1,000 theaters, that sounds like a lot, but it's not.
Mhm.
Stretched out across the US. So I think we're going to see a big jump in at these next couple of weeks. I
Oh, yeah.
really do. I think everybody's going to get on the Elvis train and want to
Oh,
go
yeah.
see it. Plus, all of us diehards going to be out for our second, third, fourth, 10th time to go see it.
Mhm.
That's going to be great. All right.
Thank you
Well,
for all the comments. My goodness.
I know there's a ton.
I'm loving them.
You're gonna be
Goosebumps.
busy.
Goosebumps is a good word. Everybody's like, I had goosebumps.
Mm-hmm.
I did too. Like there was
Mhm.
like several moments literally. I felt the hair standing up on my arms and I was just like,
Mhm.
oh my
It
goodness.
was really good.
So moving on next.
So y'all need to stay tuned. We'll talk a little bit more about it probably next Sunday, but y'all, March is shaping up for H Squared.
Mhm.
We are going to be traveling nonstop. We have got our Dwight Eisenhower VIP weekend in Winter Haven, Florida, and it's coming up in less than 2 weeks. Have I packed? No. I've got to get on it. That's my plan for this week. That is going to be 3 to 4 fun-filled days.
Mhm.
And guys, if you're new here, welcome. But we like to take you guys along with us. I know a lot of people can't travel. A lot of people can't go to these festivals. It's going to be an Elvis and Dwight Love Fest. We are going to be taking you there through videos. We're doing it all. We're going to do interviews. We're going to do reactions. We're going to tape some shows. We're going to show you guys around Winter Haven. I mean, this is kind of an all-encompassing thing. It's something new we're trying out. Not only are we going to be interviewing Dwight's fans, interviewing Dwight, interviewing Dorian. We are hoping, I need to message her. We're hoping to interview Tiny Graceland, which if y'all have not been keeping up with her stuff, you need to go and look at it because it's going to be epic. And I cannot wait to see what she brings to Dwight's VIP weekend. But we're going to do, hopefully food reviews. We're going to do cocktail reviews. We're going to show you around. It's such a quaint little city. So if you like travel, if you like Elvis, if you like Dwight, if you like warm weather,
Beautiful
we're going to be taking you guys with us. So that's going to be great. Then,
I mean, and
literally,
that is like coming up though, y'all. Like
less than 2
we are now
weeks.
on the 2-week countdown. And again, if you're still on the fence and now you are over these wintertime blues and you're like, I need something fun to do. There's still time.
With
There's still
besties.
time, y'all. You can join us. Just check out Dwight's social media, Dwight Eisenhower on stage.
Mhm.
You can call. They have all the information there. You can call and speak to beautiful Vicky,
Mhm.
and she'll get you all set up and stuff because I think there are still some passes available.
A few.
But yes, we would love to see you all there. And I know you're going to have a ball.
Yeah.
You're going to have a good time.
Then, y'all, as soon as we get back from Florida, it's the Nashville Elvis Festival, which is one of our favorites. It's right here in our hometown of our current hometown of Nashville. We're so excited. It is going to be an extravaganza. They keep adding.
Y'all, it's a big one. It's their 10th
Keep adding
anniversary.
people. It's the 10th anniversary. Y'all, they just added Spencer Sutherland. You know how much I love him.
Mhm.
So I can't wait for that.
Yeah. They
They have Sandy Martindale. They've got Jerry Schilling. They've got
they just added Simon Lithgow. as a
y'all.
judge. That's responsible for American Idol. So you think you can dance.
Simon Lithgow, are
Really
you
cool.
kidding? I've got to get my
Yeah,
picture.
really cool. Really cool. They also added Pauline. We know they played with us. So, I mean, it is wow. Tom and Brian are really pulling out all their stops for their 10th anniversary. It's their 10 for 10. Jim Murray. Yeah, I mean, it is going to be spectacular.
Yes.
And they have 10 Ultimate Elvis tribute artists. I mean, and it is a who's who, y'all. It is I don't even know if I can remember all of them, but Cody Ray Sauter, Cody Dayanat, Jimmy Holmes, Patrick Dunn,
Bill Cherry.
I mean, it is lined up, and the shows are spectacular. So it is going to be such a fun festival. And
Mhm.
again, so much to see and do while you're at this festival.
Yes.
So come a couple days early, stay a couple days after,
Yeah.
go see, RCA Studio, go see the Ryman, the Country Music Hall of Fame. So much rich history here in Nashville
Yeah.
with Elvis.
Well, and Franklin is the most quaint city. If we ever move, that's where I want to move. Franklin is amazing, and it's so cute.
Yeah, and I do want to say really quickly, because I saw her on here, our sweet, sweet, sweet OG bestie, Linda Coffey,
Yes.
was coming to the Nashville Elvis Festival. She has VIP, y'all, because those sold out like that.
Yeah.
Like that when they went on sale.
Mhm.
She has some of the always wanted VIP tickets. I think she has 2.
Mhm.
She, unfortunately, for unforeseen circumstances, will not be able to attend.
Mhm.
And we do want to put all of our thoughts and prayers to Linda. So keep her in your prayers, y'all. But she does have 2 VIP passes that she would like for someone to purchase. So you can message Holly and I will try to get you in touch with Linda.
Or she's on here.
She is on here.
Just comment to her. Just
Yeah.
reply to her comment.
Yeah, Linda Coffee. But yes, that would really help her out,
Mhm.
with getting those VIP passes to somebody else. And again, you're gonna love it.
Yes.
You're
They're
gonna
great seats.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah. So I definitely wanted to mention that.
yes.
Mhm.
So that is going to round out, and then after that, I think we have a week or 2, and then y'all, we're already going to be into April, and guess who's coming to Nashville? David Lee. He's coming to do his Conway Twitty tribute at the historic Troubadour Theater, which is an amazing theater here in Nashville. So we've had our tickets for months. We're so excited to go see that. Hopefully we're going to try to sprinkle in not only our travel vlogs, I guess you could say, because we're going to also take you around Franklin to let you see the factory that the whole festival is held at.
Mhm.
We'll, of course, do some videos of the ETAs to let y'all get little snippets of them, but we might sprinkle in a few interviews. So keep an
Yeah.
eye out for that.
Yeah. It's going to be an incredible festival.
Yeah.
We had such a great time last year. It was so good. So I know this year is going to be even bigger and better.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
y'all
much to
stay
come this
tuned.
year.
I know.
And don't forget also, if you didn't join us last week, go back and watch our Facebook Live from last week, because Holly and I announced that for the first time they are doing a Hawaii Elvis Festival. Y'all,
I can't believe it.
we're going to be a part of it. We're going to be the official social media correspondents for it. So we'll be there. We want you to be there. It is happening January 11th through the 16th, 2027.
Start saving.
All the information, go to TMJR Productions. It is Taylor Rodriguez, the founder, creator of this festival. You can call and speak directly to him and get your packages and things now.
Mhm.
There's even like a payment plan you can do to kind of help with that.
Mhm.
But y'all, it is going to be epic.
This is an epic year for
Y'all,
us.
it's going to be epic. Yeah, you're going to get to like literally walk in the footsteps of Elvis, see so many iconic places
Yeah.
that Elvis was performed, stayed at,
Mhm.
all of his like Hawaii movies, the Aloha, the
Yeah.
USS Arizona. It's all there in Hawaii, and you're going to get to see it and experience it for yourself. And not to mention, you've got some incredible headliners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and if you're iffy about these festivals, if you're iffy about the ETAs and all that, watch our stuff. Come with us in a couple of weeks when we go to Winter Haven, Florida. We're going to show you everything that these festivals have to offer. Come with us to the Nashville Elvis Festival later on in March, and we'll show you all that, because I'm telling you, you're going to get festival fever and you're going to want to go.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
Anything else you would like to add, Heath?
I'm trying to think. I'm loving everybody's comments.
I know they're
just so
that's what
good.
we do the rest of the day is looking at
Yes.
everybody's comments.
Yeah, they're so good. Like I saw so many cool things that people were saying.
Mhm.
Which, hello, David. I hope you're well. And I did. He was thanking us for our sweet words about his review of Epic.
Yes.
So good. David speaks so eloquently.
Mhm.
I wish I could like write like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, loved it.
Loved it.
Also loved, Carol said that when her and some of her friends went to the IMAX showing, after the show, they ran into Donna Tutt. And she said that Donna was like asking, and Donna Tutt is Ronnie Tutt's wife. And she said that Donna was asking them how they enjoyed it and everything. And she's like, we sounded like, two like tackling hens. We were so excited. But she said that Donna was saying she absolutely loved it. And she herself said that she thought she had seen every footage and everything. And there was a lot of stuff that she had never seen that surprised her, and that she was going to go back and see it again and again, that she thought it was so incredible. And she should.
Yeah.
She should. That's what I was telling Holly and Dad. I was like, not only was Elvis incredible and amazing in this Epic, but I was like, all the like families of James Burton and JD and Ronnie Tutt, and they should just be so proud.
Oh, they
because they all just were so
That was
so
their
incredible.
Yeah,
That was so incredible. So on their game. And I mean, making history. They were making history right there, playing, with the best.
I
And
know.
the best.
It always makes me mad when I see these like top 100 musicians. I always want them to all be
Mhm.
number one.
I know. I get mad when James is the number one on the Rolling Stones guitar thing. I'm like,
I know. I get mad at that. I get mad when Ronnie's not the number one drummer.
mhm.
I'm telling you.
I love everybody too. Everybody's like, I agree, Heather. That suspicious mind shimmy got me. Did it not? Y'all. Wow.
We should just do a compilation of we should just make sure we tape every ETA doing the shimmy and we'll do like a little compilation. That'd be hilarious.
Yes, I agree. Carol says the editing of this is Oscar worthy.
Yes. If it doesn't win
The
an
soundtrack
Oscar,
should get a Grammy.
listen, if it doesn't get a Grammy and this darn editing doesn't get an Oscar, I'm going to be mad.
Yes, sweet. You are going to be mind blown. She's like, I'm going to be mind blown when I see Epic Tuesday, it sounds like. Yes, you are. I know. I love that. Great word. Rita says, what an empowering film. Great word.
Yeah.
It is empowering.
That is a good one.
It is literally showing just Elvis's like power. Yeah. His magnetism,
Yeah.
his creativity, his like just, even watching him like direct the bands and the musicians, like it really just shows you, he wasn't just a pretty face. He wasn't just a mover and a shaker. He wasn't just a singer. Like he was everything. Like literally he was everything.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love this. I love y'all's comments. I can't wait to go back tonight and go through them and read them because y'all are the best.
Yes.
The absolute best.
Guys, make sure this is a big month for H Squared. So if you have not followed, subscribed, liked, we've got our Facebook page. Of course, you're watching it right now, or you might be on YouTube, but go ahead and subscribe on YouTube, like us on Facebook, and we just started our little old bitty Instagram account. It's under Everything Else Entertainment, Holly and Heather. So y'all make sure and go over there and give us a follow. We're really getting techie and we're trying to put up cute little reels and stuff over there. But that will keep you up to date. It'll keep you notified because we are going to be going live like nobody's business in Florida and in Nashville. And there's not a lot of times where I can post beforehand. It'll just pop up. And I'm telling you, you're not going to want to miss a single second of any of this. So make sure you've hit your notification bell to make sure. And then every time we go live, it'll pop up and be like, Holly's live. So we can't wait to see you guys. We can't wait to take you along with us. March is going to be epic for H Squared. So you all take care. We will see you next Sunday.
Go see Epic.
Yes, go
and
see
have an
Epic.
epic week.
Have an epic week. I love that. All right. Bye, y'all.